What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Coalition on YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and this is the unedited spoiler review of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. And if you've seen my regular review, which has been up for a couple days by now, good on you. If you haven't, click that thing up there, and you'll see it. So let's just jump right into the movie. You know my thoughts about this. It's a 7 out of 10. It's not completely enjoyable for some. I thought it was really enjoyable. If you've taken a look at the Rotten Tomatoes, last time I checked, it was like a 58% for critics and like an 86% for fans, which is like pretty opposite of, I think, The Last Jedi, which is interesting even though I like The Last Jedi. So let's just go through my thoughts during the movie. One, I was right. A limb specifically was cut off someone in Kylo's montage. There was a arm cut off. Palpatine made Snoke. There are many Snoke clones, which I thought was really hilarious. The thousands of destroyers that Palpatine has as part of his planet, and their reveal was cool. I think the weapons on them are incredibly stupid. Just like, oh, we'll have a full Death Star weapon on it and just bullshit that way. Palpatine wanted Kylo to kill Ren, but he has a different plan than he tells Kylo who Rey is. Finn, Poe, Chewie go to the ice planet for info on a spy in the First Order, who is revealed to be Hux, who I mentioned in the regular review is a bitch in this movie. And just instantly killed by General Pride because we need someone new and someone who we are scared of, because who cares about Hux because he got thrown around in the last movie. What I mean in the regular review, when they receded Poe Dameron's character, when they're light speed skipping, it's risky. It could possibly lead them to their ship blowing up and them dying, or things going wrong. He's just reckless in this movie, and I really don't like that. I thought in The Last Jedi he seemed to have learned his lesson that he has to be a leader. Leaders have to not take these chances. They have to save themselves in the way that, by not putting them in full mortal danger, which is why he learned his lesson by pulling off instead of when Finn went ahead. The Be With Me is later talks about all the Jedi, which I really enjoyed at the end when you got all the voices. There was Anakin, Qui-Gon, Ahsoka. I think Luke said something. Leia probably said something. There's just a lot. I'm sure there's a couple other Jedi in there. The Samuel L. Jackson's voice was in there. Leia doesn't want Luke's lightsaber because she feels like she's not worthy of it, which is cool, but then Leia just gives it to her when they leave. I felt like Poe, Finn, and Rey weren't fully friends. They kept bickering, and it's you're the main trio. Sure, they bickered in the original trilogy, Han, Luke, and Leia, but it was in a fashion that developed their characters, not sounded like whiny little teenagers. I think that the years skip is not enough time for Rey to say, hey, this is where I'm at as a Jedi. I can do fucking everything. And so Rose, R2-D2 really take a backseat in this movie. I don't like that. A lot of people there's a minority of people that hated Rose Tycho, or the general public. And JJ listened to the trolls and the general public way too many times in this movie. Rose is a very interesting character. Is she part of a bad plot in Last Jedi? Yes. But her character is really solid. I like what they did with her and her sister, and how she reacted with that, how she wants to do more in the Resistance, and that's fine. Don't have her push her in the backseat of this movie. That was dumb. R2, literally from the very beginning, takes a back seat. C-3PO is more in this movie, and yes, he's funny, and he does his like waddling behind when they're on the festival planet. Very funny. That got me to laugh, just because like I noticed that in A New Hope. That happened a lot, and I really enjoy that. There was a First Order scene where they're talking literally at a table, and it ends with just Kylo Ren killing someone. Vader did that in A New Hope. Or Empire. It's one of those two. But it still happens. And it's not original. Stop doing non-original things. That's really annoying with this trilogy. At least the first and third one. That's what I don't like. What J.J. Abrams does do a lot better than Rian Johnson is the forced talk between Rey and Kylo. I really, really enjoyed that. Because not only are they talking, but on screen visually represented, they're in the same location, and they're cut back to, well, you know whose perspective it is that we're supposed to be viewing, and then their fighting is really cool, and like Rock's going to where Rey is, and then when they like crash the Vader helmet trophy thing, and it just falls, and Kylo knows, oh, that's where she is, I'm gonna go there. Their lightsaber duel on Endor is really cool, or in the Endor system. I don't think it's actually Endor, but that was really cool. I just think their flipping around is really annoying. It's not as visually captivating as, like, say, the Darth Maul fight, because it's not fully choreographed. There's a couple edits in there that are a little wonky. I would have liked it to like stay on the fight, have them actually do more. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. And then we have the whole like scavenger hunt for the thing, which is the whole like plot of the movie, even though it's not really a plot, just going to places, them doing stuff. I think the snake centipede thing is practical, and that was really cool to see. I think her like force healing stuff is like way too impressive to have been earned yet. Like, she hasn't been through troubles to know how to do that. She just does it. I don't know what I wrote there. We know that C3 can't translate the Sith runes or whatever because he's not allowed to, so they like have to figure out a way around that. Oh, and then on this festival planet is when Rey does the backflip thing, which I think is a different ship than we saw in that trailer. And she like cuts a wing off and then kind of crashes. The Knights of Ren are in this movie, but they don't do anything until Kylo kills them in the end. Which, like, okay, like I think I kind of predicted that they'd be against him, but like the whole First Order is against him because like I think Palpatine can just sense that he turned to the light side. They force battle for the ship, Kylo and Rey, and then she like force lightnings accidentally and it blows up, and we're like, oh, is Chewie dead? We believe Chewie is dead. Next scene, oh, he's alive. 8 hours left. I think the whole time thing is not a good threat level. 16 hours. You don't really get a sense of time because we're jumping from planet to planet, and there's not a time. Like, they don't tell us how much we have each time we go to each planet. We just get told, like, oh, halfway through, this is how much we left. Kijimi is pretty cool. I like Zori. Then we get a little backstory into where Poe was. He was a spice runner. That's what it is. If they get the Sith stuff from C-3PO, his memory will be wiped, and that's what we see in that trailer, which I got wrong, but he's still like sacrificing himself for it all. They win by making you think you're alone. I like that line. We then go to Endor. Nope, we save Chewie. Nope. Yeah, we save Chewie because Rey senses Chewie when the destroyer comes to Kajimi. Zori gives Poe her like first order coin that she can have, medallion to get on their ship and whatnot. Rey splits off to find the dagger, and this is a scene that layout is really cool, but it falls flat because Poe and Finn are just shooting every stormtrooper with ease. Poe gets shot in the arm, yeah, but it has no meaning to the rest of the movie. Like, it doesn't affect how he flies. He doesn't struggle with it. It's just he gets shot, and ooh, they all get captured and they get away because Hux kills the stormtroopers. He has this shitty line that he doesn't want the good guys to win. He just wants Kylo to lose. Like, what the fuck is that line? I'm sure the actor hated saying that and what his character is. We find out that Rey is a Palpatine, which I really liked, because that's interesting. She's Palpatine's granddaughter, and I was told that Anakin is actually a Palpatine because, like, Palpatine forced inbred his Sheev, or Sheik, whatever his mom's name is. Hux is killed by Pride. Really, again, no stakes. You don't feel worried for the characters. You're like, of course, the second Death Star is on Endor. Then Jenna is cool. She was a stormtrooper before. Leia and Finn apparently both know that Rey is a Palpatine, but like we never get to know what Finn was thinking about that. There's an Imperial March when we go in the, I think it's the Imperial March, and we get like a higher octave for it. That was nice. There's a secret compartment. Evil Rey's in that secret compartment when she grabs the Sith thingy, the holocron, but not a holocron, and she's in the movie for all of 20-30 seconds, and people made a goddamn big deal about it. I made a big deal about it, and no, who cares? Rey force pushes Finn back so she can fight Kylo, and Finn is like, no! And then Leia force talks to Ben, which Leia dies, and then Rey stabs Kylo with his lightsaber, but then she saves him with her force healing, and then leaves in his ship, which she then goes to, Rey goes to Luke's island, which I really like that. I mean, Porg showed up again, but like, Luke and Rey's scene in that is really, really good. I really like that. Can't say that enough. Han and Kylo's scene, again, really, really good. These are the two scenes I said in my regular review that when they were happening and they pushed the characters to make their decisions, I really enjoyed that. That's very good character development. It's really good tying back to the first and second movies of the trilogy, and like characters learning and being forgiven about their past so that they can make good decisions in the future and present. Apparently General Pride was in movies before. I don't know. I like that Luke, the Force Ghost Luke caught the lightsaber and Rey threw it. Leia trained to be a Jedi. That was cool. And now Rey has both Leia and Luke's lightsabers, which was also Anakin's. She takes Luke's X-Wing back, which he also like does the bringing out of the water. Luke does, kind of like how Yoda does in Empire. C3 is back because R2 Palpatine is on a crane thing, kind of like in Portal, I think it is. Gladys, yeah, that was really funny. I'm sure everyone's saying that because it just was so funny. Then Ben gets Anakin's saber because he is a true Skywalker, which means he also like, yeah. I love the Jedi spirits that she's talking to, and then she rises, which you're like, oh, the rise, and then at the end when she's like, oh, I'm a Skywalker, and you're like, ugh, gross. Kylo both. I mean, they win. He does this big lightning, and like Finn does his stuff. I mean, I don't have a lot of notes from the third act because it was just so enjoyable. I loved the fighting stuff. I wish Rose got more stuff to do. I liked what Finn had to do. I liked that Poe was in his X-Wing and he like led them on the mission. They were both in leadership roles. Rey's whole stuff with the Sith and the underground thing was really cool. I liked that he was trying to turn to the dark side just by killing him. And she's like, you want me to hate, but hate you I won't. That's not the exact line, but I mean we get the point. In the end, there's good stuff in this movie and bad stuff. I really just wish that it was more focused and driven and given to us in a plate that wasn't just fan service. And I mean, that's really like my big spoiler review. Really, it's just me like going through my thoughts while I was watching the movie. I want to see it a second time. Maybe I'll make a video after I see it a second time. And if you like to give it a like, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!